Hi guys, happy Sunday. It is November 9th today. Happy Mercury retrograde, number one. It's Sandy's birthday, so wish her happy birthday, number two. So we have something going on here that we need to be paying attention to. We need to go all in on our friend here, Aftyn Behn. So this is Aftyn Behn. She's running Tennessee 7th District Special Election, December 2nd, okay? So this is the district, okay? If we win this, we can force the SNAP benefits to go back on. We know the JE files will be the 218th vote. She will be the 218th vote. If we lose this, we basically lose the 218th vote. We need the 218th vote. So we will get that if we win this, okay? So we want to stabilize the ACA premiums, healthcare. Anywhere from 16 to 26 million people will be losing their healthcare starting January 1st, 2026, okay? And then obviously reopen the government. Basically, Mike Johnson, our clown buddy, does not want the government to be open, and most likely he's not going to open it before December 2nd. And if she wins, that is going to be potentially 2 seats. We have Arizona, Alita still waiting to be seated and sworn in. And then if Aftyn Behn wins, it will be 2. And that is something that he cannot continue indefinitely. So that's what we need, okay? We need Aftyn Behn to win, okay? We need this win if we want the JE files to come out. Because if they win this seat in the special election, it goes back to 217, okay? We can't have that. We don't want to go back. We want to go forward, okay? So we need this seat. So let me just go through some of this. I just kind of wanted to summarize that for you. And by the way, we can win this seat, and let me show you how and why, okay? So just so you know, in 2022, we had Mark Green, who, by the way, actually has resigned, and he's being replaced by Mark Van Epp. Okay, so Mark Green resigned, is being replaced by Mark Van Epp. Okay, but this is in 2022. It's 108,000 votes, and then Odessa Kelly had only 60. Just under 69. This is 2022, and the reason why I mentioned 2022 is because it's a midterm election. So let's just look at, okay, the general election, which is 2024, presidential election. Mark Green got 191,000, and then Megan Barry got 122,000. So basically, if we continue with 122,000, like we did in national, we will win this seat. Ladies and gentlemen, we can win this seat, okay? We need to tell people right now, they need the national attention. That is the reason why we're focusing on this right now. Okay, so let's just go through it. So here we go, okay? We have special district right here. We have Aftyn Behn. Pay attention to her, and let's just go through it, okay? So I'm going to put her face so you can see what she looks like and just soak it in, and we need to win this, okay?
Election date, December 2nd, 2025. White heavy check mark 1, core facts. Representative Mark Green, R, resigned July 2025 vacancy. Tien, 07 special election set for December 2nd, 2025. GOP nominee, Matt Mark Van Epps, not Mark Green. Dem nominee, Aftyn Behn, B, November 24th, 1989. District overview. Cook PVI R plus 10. Baseline R plus 18 normally safe are under ordinary conditions. But conditions are not ordinary. White heavy checkmark 2, 2024 baseline. Candidate. Party. Votes. Mark Green. R. 191. 000. Megan Barry. D. 122. 000. GOP margin. 69. 000. But critical, these 191K votes were for Green, not Van Epps. Van Epps, no incumbency, no base, no existing personal mandate. GOP floor is significantly lower than 191K. White heavy checkmark 3. Special election turnout math. Special elections turnout crashes especially. In December. During shutdown. No presidential year. New candidates. Typical retention. GOP 40 to 55%.
Dem 55-70%.
GOP normally
I have no
caters
idea
more
why they did in
because
French.
safe,
55 to
assumption,
70.
complacency. No incumbent reduced loyalty. White heavy checkmark 4. Turnout scenarios. White heavy checkmark scenario A. Basic special. D 60% 73,200 R 50% 95,500 GOP plus 22,300. Competitive. White heavy checkmark scenario B. Shutdown / SNAP Pain. D 65% 79,300 R 45% 85,950 GOP plus 6,650. Toss-up range. White heavy checkmark scenario C. Nationalized.
D 70% 85,400 R 40% 76,400 dem plus 9,000.
Solid pickup. White heavy checkmark 5. High motivation scenarios. New material integrated. If the electorate becomes mission-driven, e.g., Epstein files House 218 votes. White heavy checkmark scenario D. High motivation.
D 75% 91,500 R 40% 76,400
German, sorry guys.
dem plus 15,100.
Clear victory. White heavy checkmark scenario E. Max motivation.
D 80% 97,600 R 35% 66,850 dem plus 30,750.
Plus
Democratic
30,000.
blowout. Nothing about these numbers is unrealistic given the context. White heavy checkmark 6. Why GOP is vulnerable. A. Van Epps is not equal to Green. He cannot inherit Green's turnout or loyalty. Expected GOP retention 40-50%. B. GOP issues are backfiring. SNAP frozen. Rural pain. ACA subsidies expire January 1st, 2026. Premium shock middle class anger. Shutdown. Holiday pain plus veterans plus federal workers. Epstein files cover up. Women plus young / educated mobilize. Combined GOP-owned base suffers the most. Dem-leaning blocs get a moral plus economic driver. C. Moral urgency plus personal pain beats ideology. SNAP plus ACA equals survival Epstein equals protection shutdown equals humiliation. Even light persuasion moves voters high motivation equals seat flips. White heavy checkmark 7. National significance 218 votes. A Democratic win. Narrows House margin. Makes 218 reachable. Opens door to discharge petitions. Forces Epstein files release. Ends obstruction of SNAP fix. Creates leverage for ACA subsidy stabilization. Pressures Johnson to reopen House. This is why the GOP is delaying reopening. They are terrified this election becomes the vote that exposes the Epstein files. If that message spreads, scenario D/E turnout Dem win. White heavy checkmark 8. Astrology, Aftyn Behn. Behn, November 24th, 1989, has major political elevation transits in late 2025. White heavy checkmark Pluto sextile Sun power access. White heavy checkmark Saturn trine Sun legitimacy / formal role. White heavy checkmark Jupiter opposite Sun national visibility. White heavy checkmark Uranus quinkink Sun sudden life direction shift. This signature equals surprise elevation into a consequential role. Much more consistent with an upset victory than with a quiet loss. Energetically, reform-aligned female, status quo male. White heavy checkmark 9, deck March timeline. Date, event. Now deck. House state closed to protect GOP margins. December 2nd, 2025. Tien, 07 special election. December 2025. If Dem flips 218 within reach. January 1st, 2026. ACA subsidy expiration premium spike. February 2026. SNAP crisis worsens. February, March 2026. Saturn, Neptune at 0 degrees Aries systemic unraveling. TN 07 is the first major trigger. White heavy checkmark 10. Why TN 07 is so uniquely important? Because it is. Attribute TN 07. Scheduled. Before ACA spike. Before Saturn, Neptune. GOP no incumbent. Highly flippable under special turnout. Direct effect on 218 math. Intersects SNAP crisis. Intersects ACA crisis. Intersects shutdown. Intersects Epstein file control fight. Strong pro-dem astrology. This is truly the most consequential House special in years. White heavy checkmark 11, other special elections, new section. TN 07 is currently the only scheduled House special election between now March 2026. Could more vacancies arise? Yes, normal. Will every vacancy immediate special? No, because governors especially are delay, calendar manipulation, strategic timing to protect the majority. Thus, 0 to 3 more vacancies are possible, but not guaranteed to trigger elections before March 2026. Therefore, TN 07 is the only guaranteed strategic battlefield between now and March 2026. This increases its spotlight, national stakes, GTV focus, fundraising draw, narrative power. Even if another vacancy occurs later, TN 07 remains first domino pre-ACA spike pre-Saturn, Neptune. Thus TN 07 is the key election window before systemic acceleration in 2026. White heavy checkmark 12, synthesis. Under normal turnout GOP edge, under moderate motivation toss-up, under high motivation Dem likely win, under max motivation Dem blowout. Because Van Epps is weak. Special elections crater GOP turnout. SNAP and ACA cause direct material pain. Shutdown plus Epstein equals moral outrage. Aftyn Behn has major elevation transits. 218 margin comes into play. No other specials dilute focus. TN 07 becomes nationalized. The system is forced. TN 07 becomes the pressure point of 2025 to 26. Its outcome determines House reopening, SNAP fixed trajectory, ACA stabilization, control of Epstein disclosure. This is why Mike Johnson plus Trump are stalling the House. Because losing TN 07 jeopardizes everything. White heavy checkmark 13, final conclusion. TN 07 is the pivotal special election between now March 2026. No other House contest is currently scheduled in that window. Its stakes are legal, economic, moral, structural, astrological, and the more motivated the electorate becomes, the more likely Democrats flip the seat. A Democratic win threatens Epstein cover-up, breaks shutdown incentive, forces SNAP/ACA negotiations, reopens the House, makes 218 reachable, alters national political terrain. This is why TN 07 is the centerpiece before March 2026, and why it may be recorded as the first domino in the 2026 to 27 realignment.
All right, guys, this is what it means right here. Okay, these are the things. Okay, so we have to get the word out that this is important. So anybody that is outside Tennessee, get into Tennessee. Anybody that is in Tennessee, get to these people in the 7th District. Okay, this is it. Okay, so we won last Tuesday. We had many wins, the 4 major wins in New Jersey, Virginia, New York City, and Prop 50. Okay, so this is the next hurdle here. So we have to climb this mountain, get this mountain in a Republican district, and flip it. Okay, flip it. So So we retained the 218. Okay. Okay. So that's what's going on. Please spread the word on Aftyn Behn. Okay. We need her to win, and her astrology looks like she will win. Okay. So let's give her the support. Let's not wait around for December 2nd. We have just under a month left, and let's flip this district and put pressure on Mike Johnson, Taco, and the administration on what they're doing on SNAP, on the JE, ACA premiums, which is going to start jacking up on January 1st, and then obviously reopen the government. Just FYI, they're not going to likely reopen the government until December 2nd, and if she wins, they may even stall into January. So that just tells you why it's imperative that she win. Okay, if she wins, we hold the cards. Okay, if she doesn't, then they were going to delay and make up excuses. All right, thank you.